Hello everybody, Jonathan Foley here with West Coast Weather. Today is December 17th, and we're going to talk about this upper level low that's starting to move into California, bringing some scattered rain showers and some isolated thunderstorms with it. This system's going to bring plenty of rainfall for a lot of the West Coast, especially a lot of California, and then another upper level low is going to move out of the Gulf of Alaska up here and merge with this storm, bringing even more rain and precipitation to the region as we go through Monday and the Tuesday timeframe before it finally moves out around midweek. Then we're also going to take a quick look at that jet stream that I was talking about in the last video that's going to start forming over the Pacific Ocean. That's going to start bringing more storm chances and rainfall to the West Coast. There's still a lot of details to be worked out with that, but the jet stream looks certain. Also, if you enjoyed these videos and find them informative, just please hit that like button, subscribe button down below, and also hit that notification bell if you don't want to miss out on any new videos I post. We just hit 400 subscribers on the YouTube channel, which is really great. So thank you very much for that. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Now we're looking at general ridge and trough positions on the European model. Here's British Columbia, Washington, Oregon, California. Here's Hawaii down here. Here's our upper level low off the coastline right now. It's kind of meandering there. And then it's going to start moving towards the area on Sunday and Monday, especially before coming into the coastline and weakening. But this other upper level low starts moving into the area late Monday into Tuesday. This is going to merge with that previous system and bring another system towards California. This one's kind of been trending a bit closer to the actual coastline of California, so it's going to bring even more precipitation than previously thought. This kind of meanders over Southern California before kicking out, and then another system starts moving in late week around the Thursday, the Friday time frame. Mainly on Friday, this system's kind of been trending a little farther south on some of the malls, but some of the malls still have it going farther north into like Southwest BC. But we'll continue to watch that as we go through this week. Those kind of kick out. We got a very weak ridge moving in, but that's very short-lived as we have the powerful Gulf of Alaska troughing that's going to start building in as we go into Christmas Day and the days after that. This is associated with that powerful jet stream that I've been talking about that's going to be forming over the Pacific Ocean. This is going to bring heightened storm chances and also a lot of precipitation chances to the West Coast. We'll continue to watch this as the models are changing every single day as these systems continue to look more likely, but there's still a lot of stuff to work out with these, so we'll continue to watch that as we go. Now let's look at 6-hour precipitation inches. This is on the European model. This is kind of giving us an idea of when the precipitation will start. Precipitation has already been starting on parts of the California coastline. Some of it hasn't been reaching the ground, though, very much because there's a layer of dry air over the coastlines right now, but that's going to be eroded as we go through later today into tomorrow. And there's going to be some embedded thunderstorm chances as we go. So now as we play this through tonight into Monday, you can see the showers and potential thunderstorms continuing over a lot of the Bay Area and parts of Northern California and Central California. Los Angeles is trying to get into action, but we'll probably start later for Los Angeles. And you can see some showers moving to Western Oregon, Western Washington as we go later on into Monday. This upper level low kind of dies, continuing precipitation over much of the West Coast, but you can see the secondary upper level low moving down over the area. Kind of cuts off precipitation for most of Washington and Oregon, but continues the rainstorm for parts of California. There's going to be still thunderstorm chances as we go through all the way into Wednesday, actually. This system kind of weakens and continues precipitation for parts of Southern California before it completely moves out of the area. And then you can see that system that I just showed you in the last graphic. This kind of moves in on Friday, brings some precipitation to Washington, Oregon, and Southwest BC. This also could bring some gusty winds to the coastlines, but we'll continue to watch that. And if we look out into the extended forecast, you can see the storm starting to come in and potential for atmospheric rivers to come in as we go through towards Christmas time. Now let's look at total precipitation from the national blended models. The national blended models is kind of just a huge blend of a lot of the major models. So it kind of gives us a good average of what the data is showing us. So as we've just played this through, you can see the precipitation building through this week. As we get through the end of the week, you can see a good chunk of the coastline of California, a lot of the valleys getting 2 to 4 inches of rain. Some of the coastal mountains and the higher hilltops may be approaching 5 to 6 inches. So some rather heavy rainfall, and can't rule out some isolated flash flooding and urban flooding issues with this, as this is quite a bit of rainfall for the California area. You can see the Bay Area approaching 3 inches. You can see LA maybe even approaching 4 inches of rain. So a lot of rain coming this week to California. So get your umbrellas and jackets out. And then you can, now let's take a wide view of things. Here's Russia, Alaska, British Columbia, Washington, Oregon, California. Hawaii's down here, and you can see Guam way down here. This is kind of showing us the jet stream up in the upper atmosphere, and you can see it's already starting to strengthen over the Western Pacific Ocean, over Japan. It's causing a snowstorm over there as that cold air flows off the continent of Asia, and that results in a powerful contrast of temperature gradients. Over the Western Pacific Ocean, you get that warm tropical air from the south and that deep cold air from the Arctic regions of Siberia. And those collide and creating a powerful jet stream over the Pacific Ocean. And as we go towards Christmas time, a few days before Christmas, we're already looking at a powerful jet stream forming over the Western Pacific. And this extent will eventually extend over the entire Pacific Ocean, bringing storm chances into parts of a lot of the West Coast as we go through Christmas time and later. Now let's take a look at the ensemble members on the European model. This is for Seattle Tacoma International Airport, SeaTac. Here's all of 50 ensemble members. You can see that this upper level load is going to bring about maybe a ½ inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch if we are lucky up here. This is for all the way until Wednesday. The precipitation is kind of from later on Monday through Tuesday evening. And if we move over the Newport area on the Oregon coastline, you can see it maybe an inch as the system, and maybe a ½ inch to an inch of rain as we go through Wednesday. And then you can see the heightened storm activity as we go through the extended period. Here's the Sacramento airport. This is showing the mean is up towards 2.5 inches, controls almost 3 inches of rain. So a lot of rainfall coming to Sacramento down there as we go through Thursday. And then for San Francisco, it's kind of the same picture. Mean and control are about 3 inches. This is the rain kind of ends by Thursday. And here's the Los Angeles International Airport. The mean is almost approaching 4 inches, as we saw in the national blended models. And the control run has very little, with around 1.5 inches. That's still a good bit of rain down there, but not nearly as much as the mean. So the more likely scenario that they're probably going to get 2 to 3 inches with isolated higher totals possible. And now, if we look at a good graphic from the National Weather Service of Medford, Oregon, they're showing gusty winds expected over some of the terrain of southwest Oregon as that upper level low moves through. This is for Rogue Valley, Shasta Valley, east of the Cascades. Wet south/southeast winds 25 to 35 miles per hour with gusts 45 to 50 miles per hour expected. This is from Monday through Tuesday morning. Travel will become difficult for high profile vehicles. Loose objects may be blown away. Use caution. And here's a good graphic from the National Weather Service of Sacramento, California, showing the rainfall forecast. Periods of moderate to heavy rain, especially Monday through Tuesday. Wet and slick roadways. Longer than normal commute, roadway ponding, and minor nuisance flooding of poor drainage areas. Snow levels are going to be high, 7,000 to 8,000 feet on Monday before dropping down 1,000 feet by Wednesday. So just be careful if you're out there on the roads. This is going to be from late today through Wednesday the 20th. And you can see that they're showing about 2 to 3 inches for Sacramento, which the models were showing that. And maybe 4 to 6 inches for places like Blue Canyon up in the Sierra Nevadas. And they're also showing the thunderstorm chances as we go through Monday and Tuesday for Delta Valley and the foothills. Impacts, lightning, gusty winds, brief heavy rain, small hail. So keep your eyes on the sky for those dark clouds. And then you can see the rain possibility Sunday through Thursday. Here's the 10th percentile. So you guys will at least get this much. So about 1 to 2 inches for a lot of the Bay Area, a ½ inch to an inch for some of those inner valley locations. The most likely rainfall total will likely be anywhere from 2 to 3 to maybe 4 inches for some isolated locations on the coastline, with lower amounts in the valleys of maybe 1 to 2 inches of rain. And the reasonably high end scenario, so this could be a possibility that some of the Bay Area could get 4 to 6 inches of rain. That's not as likely as this middle one, but it's still possible. And here's also another good graphic. This is from the National Weather Service of Los Angeles. You can see the start will be on Sunday at Monday at a.m. and the peak of the storm will be Monday a.m. And then you can also see light rain with no impacts for most of the area. Heavier rain, chance of thunderstorms, and minimal flooding issues possible for the central coast. So a lot of this is going to be a pretty impactful storm for much of California. Now we're looking at the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. This is for December 23rd through the 27th. It's kind of above average temperatures as we get some of these storms coming in from the Pacific Ocean, near normal for parts of Southern California as that rain kind of cools the air down there. If we look at the 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook, they're showing above average for much of the West Coast as we get these couple systems through this week. And if we take a look at the 8 to 14 day temperature outlook, this is for December 25th through the 31st, you can see above average temperatures for much of the continent as that powerful jet stream brings some modest air into the area, and those specific systems are going to bring moist southwest and warm air into a lot of the West Coast, so that's going to lead to above average temperature probabilities. The 18 to 14 day precipitation outlook, you can see the bullseye on the West Coast with above average precipitation expected with those specific storms coming in around the Christmas and after timeframe. So plenty of active weather for us to look at as we go through Christmas Day and the week leading after it to New Year's. So plenty of time to look at all this stuff, but we'll continue to watch this as we go. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you everybody for watching this. If you enjoyed this video and found it informative, just please hit that like button, subscribe buttons down below. Also hit that notification bell if you don't want to miss out on any new videos I make. I'll likely do another video around midweek, the late week, and talk about that system that looks to move through on Friday, and then continue to look at the extended forecast and see what the storm systems we may expect around the Christmas and later time frame. But until then, take care, God bless, and have a wonderful week and rest of your weekend.